interior media, to alternative media, should I say, to get that information, because you're not going to get that watching your regular CNN or CNBC or Fox. They're only going to give you so much. Because they know that something is happening, so they want to keep the people in total darkness. That's why they rather flood them with games and entertainment, so that they keep their mind preoccupied from the real issues.
Yeah, I got kind of. This is Exodus chapter 10, started verse 21. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand toward heaven, that they may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt.
That's right. Even darkness which may be felt. And that's what that's going back to is, like I said, I did a little lesson on this, little short lesson this morning. And basically it's going back to when the Lord spoke in the book of 2nd Ezra, which I'm going to read real quick. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verses 10 to 12. Just give me 1 second to get it real quick.
Let me read this real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, this is in the book of Matthew, 16, verse 3. And it says, I'm going right to the point. This is the Lord, basically arguing with them wicked Israelites back then. And he said this, he said, and in the morning it shall be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? So if guys are questioning whether we in the signs of the end, and you can't say that, well, why would the Most High put these scriptures in there to look for certain signs? There you go.
That's right, and that's why that's why this is written. 2nd Ezra 15 and 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Now, Egypt is talking about America. All right? It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. So the Lord is doing the same way that we were brought out of Egypt the first time, the same way it's going to be done this time. There's going to be signs. There's going to be certain things that's going to happen. There's going to be the stress of nations. There's going to be all types of stuff happening around the world when the Lord comes back. That's why he said, when the Lord comes back, will he not, I have come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? There's going to be all type of stuff happening around here, man. You guys think, like I said, you guys think that you're going to just be living your life, regular like you do. You can go to the mall. You can go take your woman out on a date and do whatever. There's going to come a time where that's going to shut down, man. These devils got an agenda. They got a plan that they're trying to implement and trying to put into place. And you're not going to stop their plans. But you know who's going to stop their plans? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is. So it's going to get real out here.
Got another scripture, Matthew 24 and 3. And as he sat, the Lord sat upon the Mount of Olives. The disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Plain and simple. And as you read down, well, he says this in the 4th verse. He says, and the Lord Yahushua answered and said unto him, take heed that no man deceive you. Now, I was watching this thing the other day on some of these guys that came up under, we call the guy Bubble Eye. Ricard is his Hebrew name, all right? And basically they had a copy of the contract of them, anybody that wants to leave the country, the free doctrine. And they were basically reading the contract, man. The contract's one-sided. It benefits them, but it doesn't benefit those people. And there's a lot of sisters that's following that crap, man. Because a woman doesn't have their own mind. They don't know what's going on. They might pretend like they got their own mind. But there's a lot of men out there that's doing that, and they're getting ripped off. And like in the contract, it says if you leave the country, You got to get your own passport, and you got to have anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. And when you get out there, you got to find a way to make more money, but you got to maintain that you get everything that you have. You got to give them guys 10%. So that's a scam that they got going, man. And a lot of you clowns, you fell for that shit, you know? And you know what I say? I said, good for you, man. Because the scriptures say, in this very scripture that I'm reading, it said, they shall not deceive the very elect. The elect shall not be deceived, man. So the ones of you that get deceived by that, you know, he puts on a good speech, and you wound up going out there, you get the passport, and you get on the plane, you go out there, and all of a sudden you lose. Oh, he says if you break any law, if you do this, you can't drink, you can't do this. There's all kind of things, stipulations that you can easily break them. And he said, once you break any of these bylaws, we're going to cut you off, man. So the ones of you people that, you know, follow them, hey, well, that's on you. That's on you.
Yeah, because, you know, you really don't have an excuse. So we've been out there breaking that stuff down. You know, Apostle Gabar and myself, a few years back, we went into that whole thing, that fleet doctrine. You know, we were bringing out scriptures on you're not going to deliver yourself. You know, you're not going to be able to run from this place, because the Lord is the one that's going to deliver us. It's not going to be by horses, you know, by chariots. You're not going to get on a plane and escape, you know, go to another part of the world and be delivered quick, because the Lord's going to get you no matter where you are. If you are destined to be destroyed, like that movie Final Destination, something like that, if you're destined to be destroyed, I don't care where you go. You can go hide deep down in the center of the earth, and the Lord will find you. You know, just like there was when that whole thing of 9/11 happened, there was this one Edomite that left America and went over to England, you know, to escape, you know, the terrorism that was going on over here, because he didn't want to get caught up in it. And guess what? He ended up dying in the 7/7 bombing. You know, when that bus got bombed, he ended up dying there. So he just fled from America to flee from this persecution or destruction, and he ended up being destroyed over there in England, where he fled to, by the same act that he wanted to avoid.
Yeah, I got a scripture, the book of Matthew 24, the 24th chapter, 30th verse to the 31st verse. It says, "And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory," which is what we're waiting for, which represents deliverance. Also, it represents destruction for Esau, destruction for his kingdom. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds.
Word elect. It didn't say all of Israel.
Yeah.
All right. It says elect.
Elect.
Okay.
The word is there. Matthew 24 and 31. I'll read it again. It says, "And he shall send." So you don't have to run anywhere. You don't have to run and hide. All right. If you know you're doing the will of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and you have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you will be delivered, like what I'm reading here, Matthew 24 and 31. "And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds," meaning the four corners of the earth, "from one end of heaven to the other." So that scripture is literal. So deliverance is not just going to take place in America.